Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. We're so excited to have you again. The opposition People Democratic Party is nosediving a great deal due to the internal crisis that is going on. And from all indication, if things are not done speedily, the party may be torn apart and it may get to a state of irrecovery, and which is so bad. Right now, there is the sound of mass defection due to refusal of Wike being brought into presidency. Already, we saw yesterday on the news or on the media how the Southwest governor also joined him in Turkey. And while Southwest here is going to be having their Osun State election, so you now see that wherever Wike faces, it seems everybody's facing it. And guess what? It's not good enough for Atiku Abubakar. And then we are going to be looking at what is currently going on and the issue of mass defection, which is looming in the air. Now, according to the news, the opposition PDP is sliding into a huge internal crisis and may tear it apart and jeopardize its chances of taking over the presidency from the ruling APC in 2023. Many loyalists of Governor Nyesom Wike have reportedly resolved to follow him if he dumps the People Democratic Party for any other party. The loyalists of the River State governor are unhappy with where the PDP presidential candidate Atiku rejected their principal and picked Okowa as running mate. Ahead of the 2023 general election, loyalists of Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State are threatening to dump the People Democratic Party and its presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar. A report Punch indicates that Wike loyalists, among them some prominent lawmakers, were unhappy with the way Atiku snubbed the Rivers State governor and picked Ifeanyi Okowa, governor of Delta State, as his running mate. Atiku had opted for Okowa despite the recommendation of a 17-man selection committee that nominated Wike. Since Okowa's nomination as Atiku's running mate, Governor Wike has not issued any statement regarding the development. Wike's unusual silence, coupled with his recent meeting with presidential candidates from the opposition party, has reportedly unsettled the PDP. The crisis became obvious when the governor of Benue State, Samuel Otum, expressed sympathy with Wike and said he was yet to decide whether to support Atiku or not. Former Ekiti State Governor Ayo Fayose followed suit with a renewed agitation for Southern presidency. Meanwhile, a member of the House from Rivers State who spoke to the Punch on condition of anonymity said Wike's loyalists would follow the governor should he decide to defect from the PDP to another party. One of them, a member of the House of Representatives from Rivers State, Solomon Bob, said Wike deserved to be treated better. According to him, it would be an understatement to say that Wike has contributed to the PDP more than any other person. According to his word, he says those who are making claims now to the man's labor, where were they? Where was Atiku? Atiku ran away in 2015. He ditched the party and went to APC because he did not want the then President Goodluck Jonathan to continue with the second term in the PDP. He said Atiku committed a serious blunder with the way he rejected Wike and opted for Okowa as a running mate. In his submission, another Rivers State lawmaker, Dagumi Abiate, described Wike as an asset to the PDP, which Atiku fails to realize and utilize. He stated that the governor deserved much more than the VP slot, adding that he is better than Okowa in every respect. According to his word, he said he has been a pillar to the party. He is the one speaking for the party and he speaks for the interest of the South. Okowa hosted Southern governors across party line. Those were the words of the lawmaker. Though we know that Atiku Abubakar had already replied, and according to him, he had told the PDP members that they will always remain united, focus on their actions, and they are taking action to see how they can address the feelings of the party members. But then, with the situation of things on ground, the big question is Is he going to change his mind about the VP slot? Yeah, Grapevine had that all the sponsorship that he enjoyed during the presidential move was traceable to Okowa and all of that. We are not so sure of that information, so we can't pass it. But even if it is such, there are also room for promises. Promises like, okay, I'll give you the finance office to put anybody of your choice. I'll give you maybe petroleum minister or stuffs like that. Now, because what really matters now is not just having someone who's going to be running with you, but having someone who have the capacity to win the vote of the people. And unfortunately, Okowa does not have that level of strength. He's a superb guy, and Nigerians respect him and they believe so much in Okowa as it has to do with the running of the state. But when it comes to the issue of election, you require more than money. There is also the self-confidence of the person, how well the person can command the people and they follow him. I think that's one of the things that Atiku Abubakar did not really take into consideration. Now, let's look at some of the reactions of Nigeria. Someone said, wisdom is profitable to direct. Wike should read between the lines. All those termed as supporters who want him to dump PDP are agents of APC. They seem to cry more than they believe in a bid to frustrate the APC game plan. Wike should know that God has a plan for him. Let him support Atiku and he, Wike, may end up being president later. Remain in PDP if you don't want to end your political career. Don't say, I didn't warn you. Someone is talking there. Now, we have seen the level of betrayal. I want to respond to this person. We've seen the level of betrayal in Nigeria. You cannot guarantee anything in Nigeria. We had also been told of the level of contribution of Tinubu to the emergence of Buhari in 2015. But by the time it was his turn, everybody were taking a look at his age and everything. And the fact is that revolution is inevitable. It can happen anytime, and before you know, all secret agreement will be done away with. So if you want something, go for it. Don't wait, because if Wike would even be convinced to listen to this kind of advice of saying, stay back, don't go anywhere, maybe next time it may be your turn, this and that and that and that. The first thing he will reflect on will be the issue of Tambuwa betrayal, a friend of mine who I thought has no business with the ethnicity and all of that. But he decided to dump me as at a time that I needed him most, which has left me in the seat of a defeated politician. So with that one in mind, there is nothing like tomorrow we'll talk again and all of that, because by the time the person enters as president, and I think that is just all that they will need of you. If you talk too much, before you know, EFCC will come after you. They will hold you, prosecute you. There is nothing any Nigerian will do, because the truth is, one thing is very assured, that when you step into that position as a president of Nigeria, nothing can remove you, no matter how guilty you are. That had always been what we have said. So during the period of deciding, you have to make take the necessary step that will help to keep you rewarded or stuff like that. I'd like to leave it there. Go to our comment section.